Peter Obi shows evidence that will surely remove Bola Tinubu as the president of this country in court. Hello, people. Welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I told you people that, if you don't know Peter Obi, you wouldn't know the level or extent that he will go to reclaim his mandate. I told Inec and APC that he cannot stay in his mandate and go scot-free, and you cannot stay in his mandate and think that probably that you can do anything with all rascality and go scot-free. The era of those rascality has gone. Technology has come to stay, and that is one good thing about technology. You cannot hide the truth from a technological process. That is just the truth, because the data will always be there. You cannot erase the data. Even if Inec wants to erase the data from the BVAS machine, it can still be extracted by tech guys and every other expert in the tech industry. So that is why I know Peter Obi has the morale to be furthering this particular case in court, because he has seen all the evidence and he knew that he won this particular election. So today, Peter Obi provided, as I'm talking to you now, he provided a very strong evidence that will this evidence will definitely remove Bola Tinubu from that particular position as I'm talking to you now. Yesterday in court, Peter Obi and Inec, Peter Obi and his legal team and the Labour Party legal team, so they submitted some reports and results from the VIVAS and the one they got from IREV, and this has been what they've been doing for a while now. I know from the results and from the examination and everything, and from the inspection of the BVAS and the result from the IREV, there are some discrepancies, not even a little discrepancies, and these discrepancies were against the Electoral Act. These discrepancies were against the Electoral Act. Let me show you guys what the Electoral Act says. Section 48A of the Electoral Act mandates that the collation officer, to ascertain the accreditation number with that in the physical BVAS and results scored by parties with the results on the Form EC8A uploaded onto the IREV. Well, if you don't understand this statement, what it means is that the collation officer, the Inec collation officer, must, as a matter of fact, ascertain that the number of accredited voters in the physical BVAS must correspond with the number of votes and every accredited voters on the IREV uploaded results in the IREV portal. But this is not what we saw from the evidence that Peter Obi actually produced and submitted in court for yesterday. From the Inec results and everything that Peter Obi got from the document in Rivers State, as you can see on the screen, in Rivers State, Inec announced that the total number of votes was 605,055 votes, while the total BVAS accreditation by Inec was 583,919. So how can it be that the BVAS number of accreditation is lesser than the number of people that voted? It is very, very funny. How can the number of accredited voters be less than the number of people that voted? That means there was an overvoting in this particular case. In Kogi, the same thing happened in Kogi. Inec announced that they had 484,884 voters, while in BVAS machine, the results from the BVAS showed that there was only 419,184 people were accredited. There was overvoting. The same thing happened in Plateau. The number of total votes the INEC announced from their IREV was 1,139,393, while on BVAS, the number of accredited voters on BVAS was just 1,069,459 voters. And many states, to show you the irregularities and the content and everything that INEC did in order to declare Bola Tinubu the winner of this particular election, they had to increase the number of votes and add it to APC. And this was practically against the number of accredited voters. And the number of accredited voters must, as a matter of fact, be higher than the number of voters, because probably not everyone that was accredited voted, or it must be similar or not more than the number of accredited voters. And this is what INEC did. They added numbers to the number of votes in order to make Tinubu get 25% in some states, and in order to make Tinubu to win some states, in order to make Tinubu to have more number and large number of votes. And this is what Peter Obi's team has actually uncovered. And they did not just produce these results. These were the documents that INEC gave to them. Peter Obi's legal team and Labour Party subpoenaed some of these documents. And these were the documents that the Inec team and every Inec gave to them. So you could see that Inec themselves, don't even know the level of atrocity and mistake that they've committed. Like I've said, this particular evidence is more than enough to cancel this particular election, because the Electoral Act was clear. Like I read before, the Electoral Act section 48 was clear, and it mandates the collation officer to ascertain the accreditation number with that in the physical BVAS and results by parties with the results on the form EC88 uploaded onto the IREV. As a matter of fact, they must actually collaborate or be together. But look at what Inec did, overvoting everywhere within the state because they wanted to be adding number of votes to Bola Tinubu. Like I said, P2B has a strong case against these particular people. But Tinubu will not escape this. It's just a matter of time. Let him keep flexing and making policies and signing bills upon bills. It's just a matter of time. Because what he's trying to do is to deceive people that he's working when he know full well that he did not, as a matter of fact, win that particular election. All the evidences are there. The Beavers machine is there to prove that the number of accredited voters, is lesser than the number of people that voted. So how possible would that be? That's magical. How can the number of accredited voters with Vivas be lesser than the number of people that voted? That means there was overvoting, and INEC did not do anything for about this. They went ahead to declare Tinubu as the winner. That is the rascality that P2B has been talking about. You did not do your homework very well. You did not analyze and scrutinize the results. You quickly rushed and declared Bola Tinubu the winner so that people will now clap for you that you did the right thing. It is a lie because these things has to be investigated. As a matter of fact, it has to be investigated. So this is the result. I believe that with this result, P2B can upturn the so-called declaration they made for Bola Tinubu as the president of this particular country. Well, in case you're not subscribed to my channel, do what to subscribe and keep on following us because we'll keep on giving you updates and important messages about this court tribunal.